Hey, true believers, Chris Mack coming at you with a mini review from the primary reason that we've essentially already gone over this Batman, but the one that we went over, of course, had to be released solo and not part of the wave. So without further ado, this is the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Dark Father wave Batman. And I hate that they essentially just re-released the figure. And that's kind of why I picked this up, because I wanted to finish the Dark Father. I didn't have the legs. And I think if it hadn't been for this being on sale, I would not have bothered with it. I would have just continued the hunt for the legs. But because it was on sale, I said, why not? Speaking of which, if you guys do want to pick this up, I do see that it's, at the time of this recording, available on Dorkside Toys and Big Bad Toy Store. So to go around the box real quick, we see the Dark Father wave build there. Batman, the top that every McFarlane figure has, and of course the Dark Knight's death metal logo there. Come across here, side window, come around to the back, and I do like that it shows you how to build the Dark Father. The promo photo is not too bad. Kind of cool, but it is what it is. You get the figures from the wave, so I'll get a close-up so you guys can look at that at your convenience. Come around this side, and as usual, as I say, you can see which figure it is on the peg. Come around this way. There's the front again, nothing on the bottom. So let's kind of just, I guess, get them out of the box and at least get a closer look at the accessories. Since we've essentially already gone over this Batman, I'm not going to get into the articulation or the paint apps. I'll leave a card so you guys can check out the review I did on the figure. However, let's go over the accessories that this Batman comes with. So right off the bat, as per usual, kind of get your vanilla DC stand, which, as I always say, is a welcome addition in case, you know, you can't get your guy to stand on the shelf. So, boop, there's that. And then what's kind of cool, even though I will say this guitar makes zero appearances in the comic book. Like, it is nowhere. The only time I think I've ever seen a comic, or not a comic, but should I say an artist rendition of this guitar of Batman actually holding it, which we know was Bruce is a serious guy, would never in real life. But I believe it was for the soundtrack for the Dark Knight's death metal soundtrack, as I just said. And we have gone over that over on our After Dark channel, so I'll make sure to leave a link here in this review so you can look at that at your convenience, because the music on it was pretty cool. The guitar, it's silly. I'm going to say that right off the bat, because Batman and the initial death metal book, even though there were some dumb references, it was a serious series, as was the original metal. But still, I kind of like how the scythe is here, and I guess they put a hole here so you could give him a guitar strap, which they were too good to give him a guitar strap, which they should have given him a guitar strap. I wish they kind of would have put some color on the chords. The face, though, even though that's supposed to be a tongue, when you're kind of looking at it from a distance, like if you look at it this way, that looks like a screaming tongue. That looks cool. You can tell that was very much inspired by Greg Capullo. But yeah, it just looks kind of weird from the front. I like the eyeball where the tuning heads are supposed to be. If I'm wrong, make fun of me. I'm not that big of a guitar player. And I kind of wish they would have given this a black wash, because there's not a whole lot here, so it's just kind of like crap. But still, it's a welcome addition. I just hate that they had to release a whole nother figure to get this accessory out. That's kind of silly, but I understand from a marketing point of view. The last thing he does come with is the card. And I'll say this, I've said it once, and I'll say it again. I'm not too big on them giving us their own action figure photography. I was liking when they released these figures how they would give us an artistic rendition, either be the cover or like their own interpretation. I think it would have been kind of cool if we actually got like the Dark Knight's death metal soundtrack cover or something like that, so when you put it in your card sleeve it would look cool. But having someone else's action figure photography, I don't know, that rubs me the wrong way. And then in here on the back, I'll see if I can get a focus for you guys. If it doesn't look too readable, then I'll just get a still of it to save you time. And that's all the accessories that this Batman comes with. Nothing more, nothing less. Just another way for them to sell the exact same figure. Though, there is one last thing I do want to mention that I don't think I did in the other review, is I like that the coat, it's soft leather. And if you really work at it and pop it out, which I think it's glued in, but if you really loosen it up, like I got this side loosened up, is you could take the coat off like you can like the Marvel Legends Gambit and stuff. So if you want to just have like a really cool armored Batman, that is an option. I just figured I wanted to point that out since I forgot it in the other review. I do enjoy this figure. I hate that they had to re-release it just to give us the Build-A-Figure piece and a guitar. However, with this particular one, that I will say irked me, that did not happen with the other one, is I went to bend the knee and his knee pad popped off. One thing I will say, I understand that these are supposed to be more collector's items, but we should not have to live in fear of opening figures and having to worry about stuff popping off. To me, that is bullcrap. So now I gotta get Gorilla Glue and get that back on there. You should not have to be terrified of taking your figures out of the box. So to me, that's piss poor design. Anyway, overall, I'm glad that I picked this up. It's kind of fun to kind of give them that quirky guitar solo look, I will admit it, but I'm still upset that in order to get the Dark Father legs, you have to buy another figure that you already have in your collection. If you haven't picked that one up and you do want it, I will say pick it up. Just make sure to warm your figure up. I think you will enjoy it. I've had fun posing him thus far. If you guys do enjoy the figure, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or pick it up where we talked about at the beginning of the review. If you've enjoyed the review, we really would appreciate it if you take a moment to hit like, share, and subscribe. Helps the club channel more than you could possibly know. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that fancy little metal bell next to subscribe, that way we can continue to upload content, you guys will get notified. Come to the channel. We love talking with y'all and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments below or our social media pages, which I'll make sure to leave the links down in the description. So with all that said, small photo gallery here at the end, and I hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, true believers.